Howdy lovelies, how are you all doing? Welcome back to our crafting, where we learn, grow and craft together. In today's session, we are going to continue with our accordion journal. We're going to finalize a few things, work on our journal cards, and we are going to add the accordion journal to the box. So, without further ado, let's get started. We will not have many more sessions for this accordion journal, as we are really very limited with what we can do because of the height of this journal, and we cannot make as many ephemera as we did in the previous series, What's in the Basket. Now, I'm not going to add this yet to the box. I want to first finish a few things inside, and then we will add this to the box. After that, playing with the journal cards. So we've added these pockets. We also added a belly band. We've added some photo frames with another pocket there, and I see this one is lifting, which is a good thing. I checked it now. Let's quickly just fix that. Just getting some Distress Collage Medium Matte. Yes, we call it that because it actually dries matte. Let's just give it a moment to run. Get to the tip of the nozzle, and there we can add it and press down. So that will definitely help. The good thing about Distress Medium Matte is that once it dries, it is matte. So it's awful when you are working on a project and you spill some glue, and it actually makes that glossy mark on your page, which basically ruins your project or that page of your project. I see this part is also lifting up, so let me just put a little bit of the collage medium there as well. So there's a pocket. I'll just show you. We can have that pocket in there. Just hold it there for a little bit, and we can add the photo from the top in there. That will then go in there. There we have it. So the card is not big enough, obviously, but it can, just to give you an idea of what it will look like. So for the belly band, I said more photo frame. Here we have a pocket. I just cut a tiny notch in there just to show that it's a pocket. Otherwise it might look like there's just a black piece of cardstock there. We've got that page that we can still do something with. This one we added that asymmetrical pocket that is not precise. I just wanted to emphasize this pattern here, or the line of the couple, and show that it is a pocket. On the other side is our belly band. So last time I said I would like to add something that will look a little bit more metal. This is paper. It's cardstock, the same cardstock as that. I just run it through I don't know what it is called. I can't even remember. I hope I'm grabbing the right one now. I think I've got the sunflower one here. It's a Sizzix 3D Impresslet. I don't have the right ones here, but they look similar to this. I believe they had been discontinued. You do find some of them. I've got the little angel wings, the sunflower, and the starlets, as well as this one. I've got a frame, and if I can only get that, a Christmas sock and things like that. I don't know where I put the others, but oh wait, I think nope, also not. But anyway, you get the idea of that. And this is what I use. This is called the medallion. So I use that, and just with a little bit of gold dollar medium, which is this metallic on top. It's oil-based. So I just highlighted those areas. So I'm going to add that also with Collage Distress, or Distress Collage Medium Matte. I don't want to cover the key because I like that. Hot air balloon. So I'm going to move this down a tiny little bit. And yes, I'm going to put the glue right around, so I want this to glue down very well. Just sort of in the middle there. And I'm just going to hold it there for a second or so, so that it can just glue down. And then we have that. So there it is. That is glued down. We will be looking at our journal cards today, but you can fit that in there. You can make a little booklet, which is what we might do still. We will decorate these later on in today's session. So I've added that. The photo frames are there, and they can write wherever they want to, record everyday important things that's happening. There's another asymmetrical pocket, which was a scrap piece. It had that triangle shape. We then cut it down and rounded the ends, or the edges there, the corners, and added that. Another photo frame where they can write on there with a white pen, and this is where we're going to add it to the journal. So let's do that, and all the other things that we're going to do will be, I'm just checking if there's anything else that I want to glue in that will be difficult, like paper or something. I don't think so. I think we are safe to add this to the journal. If not, we have a problem. If not, we have a serious problem. So I'm just grabbing the box. There's our little box. So let's have a look at that. We're going to glue this on there. I have marked the space for this. So what we need to do, you can either use liquid glue or you can use glue stick, collage medium, whatever is your favorite glue for this, you can use that. I just want to get this closed. So the fine tip nozzle, I prefer to use that for the finer detail things that I want to glue down. So Eileen's it will be for me. This one has got, I cut off my nip a little bit down, so lower. The opening is thus a whole lot bigger. So I will get a bigger stream of glue. So let's add this. Now with all the other liquid glues, I can't speak for art glitter because I've never used art glitter myself. If it seeps through, it will make a glossy splotch on your project. If it dries, if you can actually catch it before it dries, then it should be fine. Just want to smear that a little bit more. And there we have that. Just cleaning the nozzle a bit so that that is not sticking to the lid. And we're going to add this. Now just be careful when you add it. Remember where's your marks, where you want that. We're going to put it this side onto our project. Remember where this is now, it will be stuck down. I just need to move this one down a little bit. Make sure it is not skew. And there we have that. Let's see if these clips will help. Hold it a little bit. Not really, not really. It's not going to hold it because it's really just too far in. I'm just adding a plastic ruler here just so that we can have something to hold onto. Yes, it will lift, but let's see. I don't have anything heavy enough to hold it for a moment. Maybe I can just use my container of some embossing folders and die cuts and stuff like that to just hold it for a second so that it can glue down. Well, I just placed this back. So sorry for the noise in your ears. While I'm making the noise, I want to just say thank you to some friends, and I call them friends because anybody that is watching your back is a friend. Shout out to Crafty Liz. I know her personally. She is on Instagram. Also Lisa Session. She's also on Instagram as Love for Birds 2022. And Digi and SVG Designs for You. Of all of these people, they had contacted me privately and said, why are the videos either this way or from an angle or whatever? So as this is still a learning curve for me, it's quite a challenge. I can tell you I am totally out of my depth here with the videos, and it is a major learning curve. So as of the 1st of May, all my videos should be 16:9, which is the standard upload for YouTube. Let me just move this. That should be fine. We can check now. And with their help, I could then figure out what was going on, and I could then find out that it was my phone's video setting that was not set up properly. So that is sorted. I'm so happy every little bit. So if we can improve, there we go. So there is our journal attached to our box. Now I just want to add a little bit of glue here on the end, just where I had missed that, and not too much because it will seep out if we press down on it. Just a little bit, just a little bitty, and there we have that, just to make sure it actually glues down properly and will last for quite a while. Also on this side. So back to those wonderful people that had contacted me privately and made me aware of it because when I open it up on my laptop from where I work and upload, I see it differently from what you people see it. So I had to really go and investigate to find out. So I'm so pleased that they took the time out from their very busy schedules to actually contact me and made me aware of this. It's so valuable. I really, really appreciate it. So thank you, girls. Much love to you. Let's continue. There is our journal now. So when we open it up, we will open it like this, and it will go this way too. So let's see if this will close. And there we have it. Now there's that little bit again that's opening up, but we will fix it once we decorate our box. So our journal is now in our box, and I just love it. I think it's awesome. So when you open it up, there it is, and they can still write on it because it actually totally opens up, and they can write, add photos, whatever they want from this side. It's different from the previous journal, just to show you that you can take any type box. As I said, this was a tablet cover, and I had used this box because it was lying around here in my workroom for quite some time. And as paper crafters, we sometimes do hoard things, and it's time that I start using this. So this is absolutely wonderful. Now, I'm going to put this to one side, but I'm going to turn it upside down so that it can dry a little bit further. Let's start working on our journal cards. We had made these the other time from our masterboard that we made. These can be different orientations. We can add things to that. We can keep it as it is. We will definitely ink the edges, and that is normally the last thing that I do, is inking the edges. Now let's see. When we want to add these, we can do some stamping, which is very easy. Yes, we have done some background stamping, but we will be stamping on a different color, fuzzy cutting it and adding it. These ones will be different. It will look a little bit different. So for this, I'm going to start with some background stamping, and I want to do this in black suit. This is the stamp, is from one of the mixed media sets of Tom Holtz. I will link the number for you below in the description box. I want to just get this damask print on here. I kind of like that. There we go. And I want another one, just lightly. Oh, that's maybe too light. It's a bit of a smear there, but it is still fine. It just gives that little bit of depth. So, I don't know why my chair is creaking so much today, but maybe it's asking in some big bold capital letters for some oil or something. Let's do this one. I can tell you this stamp set, I am not. Stamp sets that I bought years back, I did not even keep the packaging, and I cannot tell you who this is from. Wait, and there it fell off. Let's use this one and just get that on top there. Great. A little bit one fall off, but it shouldn't, and it did. A bit risky. I'm sure it made a double imprint now, but embrace imperfection. We just have that bit of detail there. So I cannot tell you who the stamp set is by. If there's anybody that knows, please let me know. I would really be so happy to find out. Going to stamp this one too, and adding that at the bottom. Old Curiosity Shop. I really cannot tell you. I have no idea. I've got an extra set here, or an extra one. It's not the same, but somehow it ended up there. I cannot tell who that one was of either. So I'm trying these days with my newly acquired sets to just keep them together. Right, that's the background on that one. So for this one, I'm going to stamp. I like this little piggy. I'm going to do it in walnut stain, as it's a bit darker than vintage, and I'm going to stamp it on this mushroom color paper. Remember, don't smear your ink. Tap it so that you can get the best coverage. The minute that you smear it, you're actually removing ink instead of adding ink to your stamp pad. Stamp. And I did not add it to a stamp block, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to put this as close as possible to the edge, but not too far, because I need to still fuzzy cut this. Yes, I should have put it on the block, which obviously I didn't do. And then just lift it one shot, and there you have your little piggy. Now I'm going to just start from this angle, leaving a bit of an edge there. Going to go around, being a bit lazy there. I'll come back to that. Just be careful, the ink is still wet. I just made an imprint with my finger on there. When we fuzzy cut, move your scissors. Move your paper, not your scissors. Okay, we're going to cut most of that off. Just stay by the tail, cut a little bit in, turn the paper, and then the little wings. And by the ears, snout, and the hind legs. And there you have your little flying figure. There's just a horrible corner there that I would like to round a bit. There we have that. Now we can attach it to our little card. Now I've got some beautiful crumpled up paper, which was from an Amazon package. I just want to get a bit of that, a little bit more crumpled. And I want a bit of that. Not too much, just like that. And because it's got this strip at the back, it's a whole lot thicker there. Maybe I should just tear that off. Then it will be easy here to crumple. There we go, that's fun and games. Crumple it up just to open it yet again. I just want to add a little bit of texture. Just a little bit of texture. Smearing some ink over it. Glue stick. Put quite a bit of glue there. I want to just crumple this up. Don't want to close all the text that we added there. And there we have that little bit of texture that is not too thick, because it's just paper. It's not cardstock. And a little bit more of a crinkle there. And that's the beauty of glue stick. It gives you that tiny bit of leeway to manipulate it still the way that you would want it to be. There we have that one. And now let's add Piggy. Put it there. We will close that. Put it there. That will be perfect. Now let's quickly ink him up a bit. If you don't like the edge, you can of course cut it right out with a fine tip pair of scissors. There we have that. And I close the glue. I wonder how did I think, will I be able to get this piggy on this tag? And yes, you could have used liquid glue. That would have worked just as well. And there is our one, or our first journal card done. Ink the edges, just round it off, and pull the eye in. Just want to add a bit of crunch there. I just lifted Piggy up, and a bit there. There we go. And there we have this one, done. And ready to be added to our journal. On to the next one. I don't have all my steampunk stamps out. This one I know was from Bo Bunny, but again, it's also out of its packaging. And it's a bit short. Bit too big. Right, we can't use that one. But there is a clock that we can use. And I've got more clocks. This, I think, I also have no idea. I just put it in. It can be stupendous. I do not know Andy Skinner. I think it is true, but I cannot remember. I am dead serious if I say I did not keep my stamp sets together. Honestly, I did not. Just to put Piggy back there. This one is going to fit properly on here, and I want to do that in black suit. So let's first do this one. You can see there's all kinds of colors on my stamps. So let's add there. In the middle. Don't have a lot of leeway there. Quite a big stamp. But still fitting in nicely with the theme and onto the journal card. And there we have that one. Now, I want to stamp this one also. And I think around Espresso. Tap tap. Again, I did not wait for the ink to dry, so I'm just trying to not make a mess of this stamped image. Just holding it very carefully with my nails in the middle where there's not too much ink. So there we have that. We can add this one there. I think I rather want it on a little bit of double-sided tape. Using some of the strips that we used last time. And just adding it on top of a glue that I just added. Taking the backing off. If you know how many times I tried to add something with double-sided foam tape to a project without taking the backing off, you will probably laugh at me. There we've got that little bit of dimension. Again, going to use walnut stain just to ink the edges. And the last bit on this corner and edge. There we have that one. And we will add probably a little sticker there. Let's see if we can find one. I've got the Tim Holtz stickers here. Let's see from Ideology. Let's see if we can find. There are so many. Let's look curiously. Steampunk is all about finding new ways of doing old things. For this one, I'm also going to just ink the edge. There we have that. And we're going to add it there. Just there. So, 2 of our tags are done. I would love to add this one. So let's see. I've got some ink pads that I never used it. If only I can find it now. Shouldn't be too far. Well, shouldn't. It's gold and bronze and silver. Sorry for the noise. Like I said, I've never used it, so I'm going to try. It's those foam pads. Can't even get the cap off. There we go. Let's see if this is going to ink up. Quite juicy, quite juicy. Let's see if it will stamp this successfully. Now, before I stamp that onto my project, I'm going to use a scrap piece of paper here and just see what it does there. I've got some notes on here, so I'm just turning this over and see. Wait, something just fell right behind me. There we go. See, that was a good thing it didn't fall on my project. It's a bit messy, but let's try to just tap ever so lightly, not squish it. Not squish it. Just ever so lightly, seeing that it is so very, very wet. And I've never used this. I have no idea how long this is going to take to dry. So I want to just add this. Okay, let's hold thumbs. Let's hold thumbs very lightly. Now don't move it. Don't move it. I don't want to use the block because it's possible that it will be messy. There we go. Before we get it onto our, there we go. It's not the best imprint, not the best imprint. So maybe not for my projects. Some of these cheapies doesn't always help. And maybe I should just practice with it a little bit more. I love the color on the stamp though, but it's not stamping too well there, which is sad. It would have been perfect, and it dries so quickly. oily, a bit oily, I think. Right, so we have to now just, sad, very sad. Let's stamp a little hot air balloon, and then we can maybe still use this journal card. Imagine, this one says imagine, so I think I want that too. Right, walnut stain so that it's a bit darker. This one I'm going to stamp on our card. There we have that one. Just a quick blow. A heat tool would have worked perfect as well. Fuzzy cutting, remember, move your paper or cardstock. It just makes it so much easier than trying to cut with your scissors. It's very hard on the hands, and if you have piles and piles of fuzzy cutting, it will take forever to cut out that way. And I just want to cut that little ribbon and away from this side. So let's see. And we'll pull that one. It'll snap into there. And there we have it. Again, just inking the edges of this hot air balloon. There we have that. Lovely. Glue has been open for quite a while now, so it's quite sticky. Now I must just be careful. There's a sliver there that is going to cause havoc. Let's blemish that ugly bronze stamp, but it gives a bit of texture as well. Now for this one, I'm going to use black soot, and I'm going to just get some ink there at the bottom here. Imagine, I'll put it there. There's some black soot on my ink pad, but there's that one. I just want to clean this before I have it all over. Baby wipes work perfect fine for these stamps to be cleaned or to get ink off surfaces. And I just want to ink this with some ground espresso. And the last corner there. There we have that. Maybe a little bit of grunge here and there. Just smearing the ink blending tool over. There we have that. So 3 of the 5's done. So we've got 3 done. I just want to try and wipe this copper or bronze color. There we go. There we go. This one, let's do some background stamping. Directionality doesn't bother me. I want to do some vintage photo, steampunk. Not the whole stamp, but just a bit of text there. There we go, like that. Already used that one. Let's do this little crow, walnut stain. Not going to cut out his little legs, and there we go, just a rough line around. Again, impatient, not waiting for the ink to dry, so the result is I've got a smear on the middle of my stamp. You can see my thumb imprint there. this one we're going to let it go a little bit over the edge, and that is fine. So I don't want that part. Let's just glue this side. In the beginning, I always tried to, when making cards or tags, I would never have anything that is hanging over the edge. There's a bit of glue stick. Let's just get that off. And there's that one. Now, in this case, I should have probably inked first before I had glue down that. I want rusty hinge for this one, because there's a bit of that orange that I want to bring out. So, and here I will just bend his little tail up a little bit. Last bit there. And seeing that I have this out, let's just add a little bit of something here. Maybe there. And another one here. There we have that. Card number 4 is done. Some of them will take a little bit of time. Others will take a little bit more. It just depends. Now this one has got the tiny little hot air balloons from Tiny Things in the background. So let's do a bit of rusty hinge here. And I'm aware that I'm out of frame, sorry. Let me just move that in. There we have that one. That's awesome. Just need to wipe a rusty hinge ink from here. Close that. Now, I want this eye. I'm going to add that to the cardstock as well. That one needs to just dry. But remember, in one of my tips and tricks, I show you how to do reverse stamping. I want both the eyes there. They're a bit big, but it doesn't matter. Flat surface. But now we have to really work very quickly. This dries very quick. I'll cut it out individually and just print that on our cardstock. Not the best print. Remember, it's not as clear as the original. And because of that, I'm going to take this again and just stamp it very lightly. This time I can use that one in another project. Not as clear. Let's see if this was light enough. Yeah, it's fine. We can live with that. So I'll get to that eye a bit later. Let's do this eye. It's not a very clear image. Just remember that. If a crisp image is what you're after, this reverse stamping is not the best. I'll show you now with these two. Even though it was a very light stamp, I didn't use much pressure. It is still better than the reversed one. So if I bring them closer, you can see this one was the reversed one. This is the original stamp, but it's there and it's fine. Going to add this. My fingers are looking horrific with the ink. To parents, I don't want to close that to parents so much. Let's do that. How will we add this? Oh, I did not ink it. I did not ink it. Oh dear. I hope. This is black. I just added black to my brown. Luckily, you can wash your little ink blending tools. And then I'm going to add it there. And this one, ink. The edges, glue. Just be careful. My fingers are so full of ink at this point. Now this one won't fit in there, so I'm going to put it there. You can, if you want, to go in with a distress crayon or a water pencil and just color that a little bit if you want it a bit darker. And then I want to put trimmer on there. Right. Trimmer. There we have that one. And now think a bit of ground espresso to just finish this one off. It will bring all the colors together. have that. So let's see if I can find something I can quickly add there. Let's see. Let's see. I just need a something, little something here. Just adding a stencil. There we go. I think that will do the trick for me. I think so. I think so. And there's a single cog there. So let's just stencil that one. I like the bits of darker there. Then for this one, let's do a number. Seeing that we have the stencil. And maybe 24. Let's make it 14. That rounds it off quite well. Maybe. I beg your pardon. I'm so sorry for coughing in your ears. Yes, that started again. Number 3. That rounds it off beautifully, I think. Let's do number 9 there. Just to fill in some areas. This one, do we need anything there? Maybe in a round espresso. Bit of a darker color there. You don't always have to do your stencils that way around. You can turn it, flip it over and do the back of it. Right, and then this one, another number. Let's do 7, just because it's there. 7. And let's see if we can fit a 2 in there. 27. Right, there's a bit of a cock now, but that is not a train smash. If you want to be there, we'll add you there. And then maybe we can add a tiny one there. That one is not so clear. There we go. And maybe that one. And I think these are well rounded now. Just a little bit more, and that is sorted. So those are our 5 little tags, sorry, not 4. So we have the crow that picks up that orange in the middle, that brownish color with a rusty hinge. Then we've got the eyes, we've got the hot air balloon, we've got the little piggy with the extra texture, and we also have the ones with the clocks. So let's add this quickly to our journal and see what it looks like. As we go on, we can add our cards. I would rather want this one there so we can see the little crow sticking out, just giving a little bit more dimension. Maybe the piggy there, the flying piggy. We've got tags there, but we can add this journal card. We can actually add something else there. Let's see where we can put this one. We have another pocket. We can add this one there. We also have the bigger band where we can add another card. You can add it whichever way you want. And we also have a bucket here where we can add. In our next section, we will still be making a few more things to finalize this, and in the last one, we will then complete this whole journal. Thank you for joining me today. If you try this yourself, please tag Wobble Crafting on social media. I would love to see your makes. If you want to see more content like this, please give me a thumbs up. And as always, I'll appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel too. And that way I can also bring my videos to more people. See you back soon. Goodbye.